Welcome back. Let's begin this part here with the rounds. We'll check out some of the key events and a blue event we got over here, like this sub-event at the Bracer Guild as well. We'll check out that as we make our rounds here with Rosette, which, there's a camel here. I'm not going to dismiss the fact, like, there's a camel right here. Why did you bring the camel to us, sir? He's not the talkative type. Anyway, let's cover word. How are you doing, mate? There's another trader I know who lost his camel. Sounds like a real nightmare. I've got to be careful so the same thing doesn't happen to me. Cross that bridge if I come to it. For now, I'm taking a break. Enjoy it, mate. You only live once. I bought one of those orbal hookahs that are so big right now. I noticed. Might as well give it a whirl, right? Yes, might as well. So this is what it tastes like. It's got its quirks, but it's not bad for what it is. I'm just worried what it could potentially be doing to people, though, because it seems to coincide with people being more amped up at the moment. It stings my nose a little, but it sure wakes you up. The fact I can smoke this while riding my camel or in the car is a real lifesaver as a traveling salesman. I'll tell you what. Oh.
Well, just a quick break, that's all.
Just a quick break. Thanks for fixing the problem over at Hammam down the street. You guys have been a big help around here. If only Mum would take a page out of your book. Instead of doing something worthwhile with her time, she's just playing Cupid all year. She wants me to hurry up and settle down for the future of the inn. But I'm just not ready to take over. And I'm not being humble. Okay. You're being what? Selfish? What? My mother is really intent on me settling down and starting a family. One time, I just happened to say how pretty one of the dancing sisters was, and then she went out and tried to find a girl like her. If you're wondering why she didn't introduce us, it's because she couldn't possibly picture us being a good fit, which, oh dear, mate. Oh dear. On behalf of the Hammam owner, I just wanted to thank you all again for helping out with that. It's amazing just how much we can all accomplish when we come together to solve a problem like that. Also, I'm glad we have an extra bed spare for that lovely new lady you've added to your ranks. Yes, a sort of techno-maid. Yes, techno-maid. I hate having to put her in that shared room, but all of our other rooms are full. Got really lucky with your reservation there. Now that our son's getting older, I feel it's time for him to start getting ready to take over the inn in the future. I'm trying to set him up with a nice girl, so he'll settle down, but he's completely glum about the whole idea. Puts me in a bit of a spot. I wish he had more confidence in himself. He's a perfectly capable young man who's got his act together. What isn't there to like?
Alrighty.
He might just not be ready. You know.
Looking is always free,
It happens,
you know.
it happens. It's a shame I can't take the coffee here. It's a shame, because that would be perfect in Fallout London. You can use it as ammo. Yeah.
Come back for more anytime.
That's a game where I'm like, ooh, coffee. Surprising. I know.
Well,
Especially like coffee pots and coffee tins and coffee cups. I'm like, ooh, more ammo for my gun. They have a gun that uses junk, so, you know, coffee is junk. Even with the film festival right around the corner, the nights around here have gotten strangely loud and hectic. Unlike the entertainment district, it used to be that when the sun went down, things really mellowed out in the cultural district. That's kind of how I like it, when it's just nice and relaxing, everyone's calm. So, the fact that that's disappeared, worrying. But lately it's becoming more and more like the entertainment district. It's a little concerning. I wonder if it's something to do... It's him with a camel again! Mate, we don't want your camel! No! I forgot what I was saying now. Something about camels? I don't know. I can sympathize with Abdullah's worries. Tarbad is changing so fast. Feels as though we hardly have time to even remember tradition. Even so, we mustn't forget that we have Professor Hamilton and her incredible work to thank for our current fortune. It would be disrespectful to everything she's done for our fair city to completely reject the Tharbad we have today. It might well be worth for us to take a step back, like she did, and reconsider our position. Oh, fair enough. Let's send to those newfangled mechanical hookahs. They've ruined the flavor of our own hookahs over here. What could these people possibly want, thinking they can come in with their weird devices, mechanizing our culture? I'm going to need to have another talk with Father Mukhtar about the state of the world, because I don't like where it's headed, that's for sure. Oh my. It's amazing how good the hammam is at cleaning your skin and removing hair. I've heard stories before, but hammaming is believing. I don't just feel like I look better, I can tell my blood flow has improved too. So nice and warm. I'm going to sleep like a log tonight. I should see if Altair has any hammams. Wait, no, I shouldn't. I'll just ruin the surprise when I go there, if I know what to expect. Traditional technology like this is so impressive. I remember being blown away by the loyal bath I took when I was in Remiferia too. Alright, so the sisters. Hi, Shahina. Hi, Saara. Looks like our hunch was right. Good to see you, ladies. Oh, hello, everyone. The owner was just telling us about you all. Sounds like you guys had to clear out some monsters to get the baths back up and running. That's amazing. I knew you guys were talented. Thanks again for everything you did. I'd still be in dire straits if it weren't for you, folks. All part of being a Spriggan. We got plenty out of that whole experience too. Yeah, some interesting things happened with you, Van. So it was good for everyone. Well, that's good to hear. By the way, who might you be? I don't believe you were with them earlier. I really feel like we need to properly sit down and properly have a real discussion about the Grendel situation, especially with what just happened. I'm surprised they really haven't. Maybe we'll get that more with Rosette though, because it's like, I need more about that so I can start thinking about theories, because at the moment it's, oh, you can transform and there's something weird with the last transformation. Why? It's like, I don't know. It's obviously something to do with the Genesises, but what are they? It's like, there's not much to go on other than they look like clocks. Yeah. By the way, who might you be? I don't believe you were with them earlier. Forgive my late introduction. You may call me Rosette. I was dispatched here on short notice. You two are Miss Saara and Miss Shahina, correct? It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Nice to meet you too. Wait, is that a maid outfit you're wearing? I've never seen one of those in person before. Not precisely. This is the uniform that I wear for work. You can think of it as a combat suit designed to let me offer maximum support to my customers when needed. Like I said, techno-maid. That sounds, complicated. Whatever it is, you look super cool in it, that's for sure. Hey, since we're all here, why don't you guys join us in the baths? There's so much I want to talk about. That sounds like fun. Maybe we could get dinner together afterwards too. There's a place close by I always go to that I'm sure you all would enjoy. Sure, I'd be happy to take you up on that. Probably not a bad idea for us to wash up before we meet with our clients again anyway. Say what you like, I know you're just looking for an excuse to take a dip. Not that I'm against it. I could really use a bite to eat, but that's okay. Bath sounds good after everything we've done today. Then it's settled. We'll join you two in the baths. Yay, that's perfect. Come on, I'll show you where the girls' ones are. Shahina, calm down. They've had a long day. Take as long as you want in there, folks. You've earned it.
Man, this blows. I didn't consider the fact that I'd be stuck alone in here with you.
What did you expect? What?
Would you pipe down? You're killing the vibe. Just close your eyes and relax. Embrace the tranquility. And then...
Embrace the tranquility. Uh-huh.
Oh, shut up. I bet you every mirror in my wallet the girls are living it up on the other side of this wall. Speaking of girls, man, I'd kill to check out that maid and the older sister's scorching bods right about. Blah!
We sit on sacred ground, punk. Don't defile it with your libido.
Oh my. Van is deadly serious about this.
Keep it up, and I'll scrub you down till your skin is raw, if that's what it takes to clean that dirty brain of yours for the first time.
I mean, that sounds painful.
Alright, I'll drop it. Helios, you don't have to be so serious about it.
They're certainly having a lively time over there.
Ugh. Don't they realize we can hear every word they're saying? He's not wrong, though. All you girls are just as gorgeous as Saara. I mean, Risette's hair and skin are both so silky, she practically looks like a doll. You're so pretty too, Agnes. And how do you get those when you're only 16?
Oh, here we go.
Uh-huh. I'm only a year younger than you. There's no way I'm gonna be able to catch up that quickly. What's your secret? What do you eat to fill out like that, huh?
Truth be told, I've been kind of curious too. I'd love to know for future reference. I don't do anything special. Fairy, stop staring at me so much. You're scaring me.
Shahina, please. Cool it down a little. Well, I personally think Miss Al-Fayed and Miss Shahina are very beautiful in their own right. If anything, I should comment on your skin, Miss Saara. What sort of regimen do you use to achieve such a glossy look?
Oh, I just use shea butter. The stuff they make in Tharbad is really good and...
Butter? Holy cow! You got Nina Fenley's and Judith Lanston's autographs? Thank you guys so much. I'll treasure these forever, really. Finally got them to her. It's no problem. I'm glad you like them. Those autographs have got to be worth a pretty mirror. We're talking about two of the hottest stars around. Think you might sell them? No way. How could I ever? Still, it feels so surreal right now. I can't believe my own sister is going to be dancing up on stage with folks like them. Who would have thought? Don't get too excited about it, old Shahina. I don't think they're going to ask me to do anything that big. Well, I still think it's awesome you get to be involved at all. Wait, by dancing, do you mean for the carnal cavalcade? Yeah, some director named Salvatore Gotti walked up to me and asked me if I wanted to take part. Not just him, he's with some other snappy-looking guy too. They went nuts for Saara. Apparently Mr. Gotti was all, "Baby, you're more perfect than Helios herself. My parade isn't complete without you." He was dead set on bringing her on, whatever it took. Wasn't long before she folded like a house of cards. Shahina, you don't have to tell them every little thing about it. I'm not sure I know what this carnal cavalcade is. I mean, I need to know how to say it. Is it some event that will be part of the film festival? Yeah, it's a parade that'll kick off when the festival opens. Sounds like it's going to be quite the production, like Shahina said. Guess it's supposed to include famous actresses and whatnot. I can see you fitting right in there, Saara. You're gonna do great. I know Gotti can talk pretty raunchy, but his passion and tastes are the real deal. He didn't say all that just to be nice. If he says you're perfect, then he means it. You'll do just fine out there, Saara. I know you've got what it takes. Thanks, man. That means a lot. Am I seeing things or are you turning a little red? I was wondering, like, what's going on here? Like, the color palette has made them very, very red. All of them. I am not. Stop it. Saara, Sheeny. There you two are. Where have you guys been? Hey, Tamir. We were just hanging out in the hammam. And quit calling me Sheeny. I've got a real name, you know. Sorry, Sheeny. You'll always be Sheeny to me. This is a friend of yours? Yeah, he's a kid from the neighborhood. What's going on, Tamir? Why were you looking for us? Because someone asked me to give you this. Sorry, that's why. It's a letter. A letter? That's strange. I wonder what it could be. Thanks, Tamir. What? Oh, what the? Is everything okay? Yeah, you have a look on your face that's it's very, very shocked. What? What's wrong, what in the world? Declined to participate in the parade. Ah, they've got a letter as well. All the tragedy will befall you. I forgot about, that's what we're investigating, isn't it? Like, oh yeah, letters. Yeah, that makes sense now. Anyway, is this somebody's sick idea of a joke? What if it's more of a warning? Like, someone had a premonition or something, and is warning people about, like, yeah, this is gonna go bad. Stay away from it. Maybe it's that. Because it didn't exactly sound really like a threat. I don't know. I need to read it again, which I can't really do at this point. You know, I can't believe even Saara, of all people, got one of those threatening notes. According to that Timur boy, a Central Easterner that he passed, who was working for a shipping company, gave the note to him. I guess that delivery person's not likely innocent. Just like with Nina and Judith, the culprit's probably going through several layers to cover up the real origin point of the note. That makes tracking him down incredibly tricky. Slippery bastard. They can't make it easy on us, can they? Are Saara and Shahina going to be okay? Again, I want the note again. What does it say? I want to reanalyze it with that thought and like, wait, what was the tone of the note? I can't remember now. I really think you two should talk to the guild about this. I agree. I'm sure they will give your case priority attention since it involves a civilian in danger. I imagine that any fees they would charge for their services would be quite nominal too. I don't know about that. Huh? Come on, you gotta do something, Saara. This really creeps me out. I hate to suggest this, but maybe you should quit the parade if that's the safest thing to do. No, I can't. Apparently preparations for the parade are almost complete. If I pull out now, I'll probably cause a lot of trouble for the director and everyone else involved in it. That's what'll happen if I turn to the guild too, isn't it? We can't say for sure, but if things go south, I could definitely see that being the case, yeah. But Saara... Van, I know this is really presumptuous of me to ask, but is there something you and your agency can handle for me? Of course, I'm prepared to pay for your services. Well, he would expect so. I don't expect you to do it for free. I mean, it connects to what we're doing anyway. That's real generous of you, taking on her case for cheap as an extension to what we're doing for Nina and Judith. But it is an extension, so that's fair. It's like, that makes sense to me. It's like, well, we're investigating it anyway. So, but don't you get the feeling she's trying to hide something? What? She is? I got that impression too. I think there's something going on with her that we don't know about. Well, a deal's a deal. Whatever it is, we already promised we'd help her. Plus, for all we know, this might turn up some new leads. Following this could be a good idea. As a first step, would you like me to pinpoint which company was responsible for delivering the note? Wouldn't hurt to know for sure. In the meantime, we need to go to the entertainment district. I wonder if the Kapuas would be involved in some regard. The other ladies are waiting for us at the hotel. We need to fill them in on everything that's happened, including this new note. Yeah. Like, oh. It's not like here or anything, is it? Like, no, we just got the Tyrell Times and the movie brochures, and it's like, I'd like to reread it again, just with that idea of like, maybe it's not a threatening letter, because again, I forget the tone of how it was said. So it's like, it could actually be something else. It could be a warning. Being like, hey, don't participate because reasons. Could be that. Thanks for getting the water back and running again, everyone. Feel free to relax here as long as you all like. In fact, I know you only asked for one free bath, but you can use our facilities as much as you like. Heard how much trouble it was. It's become easy to take our water for granted nowadays, even though we're in the middle of a desert. Before the professor and the Vern company came through with the waterworks project, sometimes we went bone dry out here. I've been blessed with so much water for 20 years. I was beginning to forget what a miracle that whole system really is. Yeah, you want to look after it.
Heading into the hammam?
The hammam. There we go. Admissions on the house. Least I can do for saving my whole business. Bait the hiccup.
I hate getting sweaty, but I could get used to this.
And I just noticed the scar on Van's back there.
The steam feels quite pleasant.
Like, where would that scar be? Yeah, it's almost in relation to where his scar is
I
there.
feel fully refreshed after that.
So did something go through him? Or was it on the other side? And if it went
Glad
through
to see
him,
you enjoyed yourself.
I need to see now because it's his left hand side. Does he have? Oh, hello, we got an achievement. Oh, that's cool. Does Van have a just simple costume so we can see? Yeah, this is what I'm after. Rather than go back into the hammam. So it's yeah, he's got a scar down at his belly area. Yeah, scar on the left-hand side of his back. And there. I'm wondering if something went through him. Because he doesn't have many scars. He's got one on his arm there. On his right arm. One on his left arm. Or two on his left arm. Any on your legs, mate? He's got one on his right leg at the back. Just trying to see what he's been through, because we keep seeing flashbacks of something. He's got a scar across his right shoulder there. It's but that one on his left hand side, it's because of his position, it's huh. Interesting. It just feels like it's something's gone through him. It'd be very, very close to his heart as well, wouldn't it? Just notice he's got slightly other scar on his left shoulder as well. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Scars, as we've learned from Reen, can be significant, in case you're wondering why I'm looking at that. It could just be generic scars, but there could be something else going on. There could be.
Central Eastern culture is so fascinating.
We might have gotten the trouble sorted out at the bazaar, but something about it all still doesn't sit right with me. I've heard Tharbad seeing more and more tourists who are getting out of hand. Like what those dancers had to deal with. I think tomorrow I'll focus my efforts on the entertainment district. More people from out of town end up there. Focus on the Orbal hookahs. That's where I feel this thing is originating.
You won't find this just
The
anywhere.
atmosphere feels pretty different here compared to daytime.
Reminds me a lot of the night market in Longport.
I suppose. Looking for something for dinner? How about some camel meat? They say it pairs well with a nice libation. Here in the Central East, families often come together to eat camel on holidays and the like. You might find yourself craving some alcohol at those gatherings, but our customs strictly forbid drinking at those times. Fair enough.
Hey there. What'll it see ya?
Nothing for me, mate. Nothing for me.
Some spices, perhaps.
I might. The film festival is great for business. With all these tourists coming to town, my sales have nearly doubled. I'm a little concerned I'm going to run low on some of my stock. But that's not the worst problem to have when I can put so much money away. Plus my daughter is so curious about Western culture. I want to take her traveling one of these days, so it'll help me save for that too. Doom, 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 doom.
Thanks for shopping.
Do I need any of these, actually? Nah, we're good, we're good,
Thanks
we're good.
for shopping.
That's no problem at all, no problem.
Come and see.
I will. I heard that some ne'er-do-wells gave those poor dancers quite a bit of trouble. It's such a shame. In my day, travelers who came here were considerate towards us. But these days, I worry that our way of life here is in danger. It troubles me greatly. There's nothing quite like our cultural district here in Tharbad. Any new items for us? It's like, no, I'm okay with that. Well, how do you, This is another thing I need to think about, like, what exactly does Rosette do within the group? That's the question. What is her role? We should look at rare items.
Well,
Why, hello.
No, you've got nothing. What is Rosette's role? Let's have a little gander. At Rosette, level 33. Obviously, she's a bit behind because of what I did. We'll get her caught up, though. We'll get her caught up. Why am I looking at my items? That is not what I wanted to do at all. So, where do your stats lie? But anyway, a concierge working for the Marduk company. Graceful on the outside, she possesses beyond human physical and combat abilities. Your attack is 378. Like, looking at your stats, your defense is quite high. Your ATS is high as well. But if we compare it, it's sort of like, it's almost like you're a balanced character. Like your ATS and strength are pretty much the same. Check crafts. Traps foes and unleashes a deadly omnidirectional attack. It could be that, yeah, like she's sort of like a buffer and like this idea traps foes. With the death blow there, like, Keep an eye on her as she develops. See what she's about, because it seems like maybe she's a buffer and debuffer, maybe. Maybe. My traditional flame-powered hookahs still sell pretty well these days. But it's these new orbital-powered hookahs that draw in all the repeat customers now. It's a shame the old-fashioned ones still have a lot to offer, as long as you enjoy them in moderation, but times are what they are. See, when they first mentioned like these orbital hookahs, I was expecting it to be something like that, rather than just like what she's holding onto, the smoke bit, like the bit you put in your mouth. It's like I was expecting the whole thing, and I was like, why would that need to be orbital? It's like, but now it's like, oh well, yeah, obviously, I see where you're going with that. I heard Saara and Shahina were ambushed by some awful guys this afternoon. That must have been so scary. Guess drawing a crowd isn't all fun and games when you get to be as popular as they are. That's it, that's all you have to say? Alright. Bracer Guild! Please, you've got to help me. Is there any chance I could see a green-haired bracer who works here? Green-haired bracer? I lost my wallet somewhere. I'm hoping if I talk to him, he might know where it could have gone. Seems the receptionist's a little occupied at the moment. This guy must be desperate if he's coming in here at this hour asking for help. Indeed. Let's watch and see what happens. Perhaps we'll learn something. I'm sorry, I'm going to need a little more information first. Could you explain what exactly is going on? Right, of course. Basically, I was on my way to Tharbad, driving along the Sand Sea. Everything was going just fine until I suddenly, out of nowhere, blew a tire. Luckily, this green-haired bracer ran over to help us. He was kind enough to patch up the tire with the tools he had. It turned out he was heading to Tharbad too, so we let him hitch a ride with us to thank him for his generosity. How was he getting there anyway? What? After that, we all made it to Tharbad, but just as I was going through my things so I could find my wallet and buy some souvenirs, that's when I realized it went missing, and now I'm scrambling to find it. Isn't there something you can do? There probably wasn't a bracer. Alright, I understand. You want to talk to this bracer to see if he has seen or possesses your wallet. Yeah, that's exactly right. I'm beginning to wonder if maybe I got pickpocketed somewhere and somehow while he was fixing our tire. I just want to ask if he noticed anything strange. The guy wasn't a bracer. Now, is there any way you could call him over? I'm sorry, it's probably going to take a little time for us to arrange a meeting with him. Based on your description, I know for a fact that he doesn't belong to our branch. That's what makes it tricky. I'd say it's more likely that whoever it was who came over and helped you was operating independently. No bracer matching that description is registered with us. If he's in town, we probably won't hear from him until at least tomorrow. Really? Guess I'll just have to wait and hope for the best. Still, if you hear anything about my wallet tonight, could you get in touch with me? I'll wait around outside by the oasis in case anything comes up. Oh dear. It never ends. Feel bad for her. Seems the guild's getting so many visitors she can't catch a break. Yeah, I hope that other man manages to find his wallet too. That's awful having it stolen. Let's have a chat with her now that we're here and the line's opened up. We could learn something interesting. That we could. We meet again. Looks like you're keeping busy, taking people's requests this late. Ah, you all again. You heard that, I'm guessing. Yeah, we did. I'm sorry, we really didn't mean to pry. That man said he lost his wallet, right? If only there was some way to talk to that green-haired bracer he mentioned and get at his side of the story. Indeed, although it sounds like determining which bracer it was could prove to be difficult. You're telling me I'm pretty confident it's someone from out of town who decided to come by and help. But when he'll get in touch, who knows? He could drop by after he's checked out the city tonight. It could take him longer even, assuming it was a bracer. Until we can figure out more, there's no way for me to pinpoint which bracer it was that man met. So it's mostly hurry up and wait for tomorrow. Boo. You guys are weirdly interested in all this. Who cares if this mystery bracer shows up with 1 wallet or 100? A lot of mirror, sure, but it's got nothing to do with us. Maybe, but something about this whole situation stinks. What do you mean? Nothing, just talking to myself. Good luck getting the guy sorted out. I'm glad Van noticed. From the sound of that, Van, you don't want to let this go. Well, that guy mentioned he was going to hang out over by the oasis. Couldn't hurt to have a chat with him, see if we can coax anything else out. As you wish, Mr. Arkwright. Yep, we'll do that. Oh, we got a toe pick. Very well. The fact we have limited room to navigate these cases unless a civilian is directly harmed does make things more difficult. We're trying to investigate what's going on in Tharbad's shadows right now. Unfortunately, we can only take it so far by ourselves. We'll probably need to coordinate with the police to some extent to get anywhere. Just to say, if you all find anything, please don't keep it to yourselves. The more we work, the better this will all end. I hope you are all able to figure out who that mysterious green-haired bracer is by tomorrow. If not, we'll probably have to open an investigation ourselves so we can get to the victim's wallet back. Can't keep him waiting too long. Again, I'm still not convinced it was a bracer. I just feel like he was tricked. Check. This is where Saara and Shahina live, isn't it? Yep, although they don't look to be home right now. Well, we know that. We know that. Right, what's going on with you two? We should actually check the board first.
The fun's only just begun.
What have we got?
Notes and requests are strewn across the bulletin board. Doesn't look like there's any good info here. Very well. Between running away from you guys and then introducing myself to everyone at the bazaar, today has been a lot. Like, a lot. I'm so tired I feel like I could pass out any second. Now that I've introduced... what did I say her name was? Sinem? To everyone at the bazaar, we're going to go off and have dinner somewhere. She's not so good with words, but thankfully everyone seems to understand that she's sorry for all the trouble she's caused. Not everyone's forgiven her, but I was at least able to get them to tolerate her being in the bazaar, which is an important first step. Yeah, not everyone's going to come around immediately. She has to earn their trust, essentially. What happens from there might come down to how hard she decides to work. I think I'm going to treat Sinem to a good meal before we head over to the temple. It's about time she had something nice. I like you, mate. You're a good guy. You're a good guy. Whoever thought our son would be so interested in other cultures? He told me he wants to have a lamp and a rug. We should probably just get him the lamp, don't you think? A rug is going to be a bit expensive. I don't know, just because he wants a rug doesn't mean we all couldn't use it as a family. Why don't we buy a replica or something? Also, not to change the subject, but honey, what's this thing you're smoking? Oh, yes. Oh, it's a hookah. It's a traditional way of smoking tobacco in the Central East. This portable type you carry around with you only came out recently. It's pretty handy. I know I've been trying to cut back on smoking, but I thought I should at least try this stuff since we're here. It can't hurt. It can. I appreciate my husband taking us all out on this trip, especially since it's given our son so many new experiences. I don't know if him smoking that hookah when he's not used to it is such a good idea, though, no matter how ambient he says it is. Are those hookahs really that good? I see an awful lot of people smoking them all over town. You have to wonder. It's clearly gonna be related. You keep bringing it up. I never expected my son to be so taken with Central Eastern culture. It's great. Taking it as a sign that we should travel more often. Speaking of Central Eastern culture, I knew about hookahs before coming here. But I had no idea these orbital hookahs were a thing nowadays. Feels like they popped up out of nowhere. Yes, where exactly did they arrive from? When did they arrive? How recently? Makes me so happy to see little Klim take an interest in our folklore. It's been a pleasure to teach him about it. Some of our congregants have expressed concern that people are beginning to forget the moral teachings behind such stories. But all you need to see is a child listening and enjoying those stories innocently to know that hope is by no means lost. See? I told you, Mother. Jamila? Knew lots of stories. She always puts her all into telling them too. That's what makes going to Sunday school so much fun. Yeah, I bet. She's really, really good. I'm so happy I got to hear new stories from her. This temple is so amazing. Even though we both pray to the same goddess, looks and feels completely different from the chapel I go to. Oh, it's really that different? That's crazy. I'd love to hear what Western ones are like. Could you tell me a little about them? Oh. I want to teach Imani about all the fairy tales of where I'm from. I know, maybe I should give her my picture book that I brought with me. That's okay, isn't it? It'll be like a souvenir, but of me, since it's from my house. She won't even have to travel for it. That's nice of you. Tim is really interested in fairy tales. Wonder what sorts of books he likes to read at home. After talking to him, now I want to learn about stories from further west. I like that. That's nice. Tourists these days have no respect for what they're visiting. Tharbad isn't just some theme park that exists for their enjoyment. It's a place where people live and they want to live here in peace. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy to see that kid take an interest in our culture. Just wish more people were like him. Understandable.
Goddess Arusha.
Our cultural district isn't some sort of museum exhibit. It's home to many people, a place whose ways of living are precious to them. Figuring out how to preserve and uphold those traditions while embracing modernization is always a constant balancing act we must deal with. This temple does its best to respond to people's concerns, and we therefore serve as something of a representative of the community. Central Eastern temples are institutions of tolerance at heart. We will strive to promote mutual understanding among one another. Tharbad used to be a trading hub first and foremost, but in the past 2 decades it's rapidly developed into a city for recreation. As a result, there are naturally a number of citizens who feel concerned that Tharbad is losing sight of its original culture. Do my best to take their thoughts and feelings into consideration in talking to people so that together we can make Tharbad even better. Oh, good luck to you. Alright, so... Ooh, that guy's around the corner now. I mean, yeah, we're near the oasis, sure, but... He's got a green triangle now. That's a 4 SPG right there. I saw Saara talking to some hairy old guy. It was weird, he was dressed up like he was on vacation. Oh. My brother says his name is Mr. Gotti? Guess he's somebody important who works for the film festival. Saara looked so surprised when she was talking to him. Wait a minute, is she gonna be dancing in the parade? She is, isn't she? Okay, so that was that meeting. I thought maybe that was gonna be something related to what was going on with the letter. I had a lot of tours today, which is always great, but every one of my customers was acting like a nut. It was scary. I've been getting a lot of people lately who are like those men who are Saara and Shahina, people with no inhibitions at all. I had people during my Sunseed tours that tried to wander off on me and go who knows where, despite it being, you know, a desert. Now that Saara has been recruited to perform in the festival, I just hope nothing weird happens that ruins the parade. That'd be terrible.
Alrighty.
I'm being honest with you guys. Feels like the city's gotten more and more dangerous lately, in all sorts of ways. They might not show it, but I have to imagine that deep down, Saara and Shahina are worried. They work in the streets, after all. Those two have so much on their plate. I really hope they can continue their dancing in peace. But who knows what's going to happen? Do. Bring up the topic.
Let me ask you something.
Hey, I wanted to introduce myself. We're from Arkwright Solutions. We were just at the guild too and happened to overhear your conversation at the front desk. Oh yeah, I kinda remember passing by you people on the way out. Would any of you happen to know where I might find that green-haired bracer? Not quite. We're actually looking for him too. Got some business of our own. I was hoping you could tell us a little bit more about what happened. Would you mind? Anything else you can think of will help, big or small. Like, did he have any other distinct features, or did anything else stick out to you in general? You too, I'm sorry. In terms of features, I don't remember anything else other than he had green hair. Wish I could be more help on that end. Blast my memory. As for anything else that stuck out, no, nothing really comes to mind. Wait, that's not true. Actually, I do remember something that happened after we arrived. We bumped into a police officer who was patrolling the parking lot. Could it be that guy's brother, the one with the bootleg cello that we did previously? Could be. I decided to go up to him and say hello, strike up a little bit of a conversation. But for some reason, the bracer looked uncomfortable. He wouldn't look the officer in the eye. Maybe not then. Bracer was avoiding a police officer's gaze entirely. That's certainly a little unusual. That's what I thought. I have heard that cops and bracers don't always get along all that well. I figured maybe that's all it was. It did seem odd though. Wait, I've never heard that before. Is that true? Not to the degree where you'd avert your eyes. It's common for police and bracers to run into one another at times because they both work to maintain the peace. The difference is the police work wholly within the law, meanwhile a bracer's first duty is protecting people. So they theoretically can act extra legally to do so, and sometimes they face jurisdictional friction and, well, differences of opinion. Oh, I get it. Guess I could see how that had happened. In this case, though, I guess this bracer of yours might have had other real good reasons for being a little skittish. I don't understand. What do you mean? Don't worry about it. We're saying that we're going to look into it on our end, too, and see if we can turn anything up. I get you're keen to have your wallet back, but I think you should call it a night and come back tomorrow. I suppose you have a point. On that note, if I may, were you able to find a place to stay despite losing your wallet? Yeah, thanks for asking. The guild was kind enough to cover me until I can pay them back. As long as I find my wallet soon, everything should work out, one way or another. I'm still anxious, but knowing that I've got you all and the guild looking into it, I guess I feel okay going back to my room for the night. I'm glad to hear that's all been taken care of. Please take care on your way. That's one way to get rid of a guy. Now we can talk openly. Right, so it sounds like this green-haired bracer could be an imposter. No! Who would have guessed? What are we gonna do about it? Wait, what? He is? Are you saying this is like what happened with that fake police officer we had to deal with before? Yeah, very related. It's probably the same guy for all we know. Thinking about it, I was thinking the whole brother situation. I mean, they could still be his brother, but it could also just be the same guy. It's a distinct possibility, but we can't say for sure yet. If this is true, that's really underhanded of him. You're telling me your average person isn't ever going to suspect a bracer of committing a crime. Therefore, if someone were to believably impersonate a bracer, they would be able to get away with a great many things. That could be quite damaging to the organization's reputation if nothing was done about it. Luckily, as far as we can tell, the only victim who's emerged so far is that man. Or at least he's the only one to file out a report. If we're quick enough in catching this imposter, we can minimize the amount of damage he'll do. Normally I ain't exactly in the business of covering the guild's arse or anything. They can handle themselves just fine. But I don't see the harm in sticking our necks out just this once. It'll help us understand what's happening on the ground in this town, too. So, come hell or high water, we'll uncover who this green-haired chump really is. Hey, if it kills time, I'm game. Either way, Chief. I see no reason not to proceed. You have my full support as always, Mr. Arkwright. Well, if we're gonna do this, what do we do first? Should we see if anyone else has seen this bracer? Maybe if we talk to more people, we can start tracking him down. That's exactly what I think we should do. We need to figure out this guy's trajectory. If he is a fraud, though, it's probably safe to assume that he's keeping his distance from the cultural district for obvious reasons. Perhaps we should talk to the people in the entertainment district and see if he's been spotted around there then. Good point. Casino dealers could be a good place to start. They're bound to pay close attention to who's coming in. Anybody who spends a lot of time outside of it might have seen him too. All good ideas. Hopefully, once we start talking to some people, we'll come up with some leads. Got no time like the present. Let's roll!
Let's hurry up and finish this.
A bogus bracer. Oh my. Oh, that guy disappeared. Is he... No, he's not like inside the Bracer Guild or anything like that. Right, so let's head over to the entertainment district and see about that. We'll head towards the casino based on what they said.
Time to depart.
We'll see what we got on the map here as well while we're here. Oh, we should head outside first. See what we got around. Because we'll need to do the rounds here at some point. So, yeah, when we do the rounds here, it's probably best to see about getting that key event done there and that quest there, which is it the... I don't think it is the bulletin board, no, because the bulletin board's over here, isn't it? Yeah. So yeah, when we do the rounds here, we'll do everything we can before we head to the hotel. Right, so let's see about the quest in here, though. I'm not doing the rounds for everyone yet, because that's not why we're here. We're here. I mean, I would expect... Oh. Oh. Hello, Gotti. What? Maybe the bartender event is already going on. I guess we'll... Maybe that's what's going on in the other... The key event. Maybe that's what's going on, actually, yeah, so... Alright, very well. Topic.
Let me ask you something.
I see, so you guys want to know about that green-haired bracer. Yes, I remember him all right. Quite clearly, as a matter of fact. We don't see many customers like him. Really? Tell us more. Came around here about an hour ago, while out on patrol. But there was something about him that looked a little... odd. He was watching the other patrons for some reason, as if he was trying to size them up, some such. I think he might have been investigating something. Is that what brings you here, too? Yeah, something like that. You happen to see if this bracer talked to anyone? Let me think. Ah, yes, I remember him trying to strike up a conversation with one man who was playing alone. The police were also making their rounds at the time. When he noticed them approaching, he was rather quick to depart. Still trying to avoid getting spotted by the cops, sounds like. For someone acting so brazen, this guy's a real chicken shit. I'm a little concerned about him. staring at the other visitors like that too. Indeed, the more that we talk, the more hindsight makes me feel something was amiss with him. In any case, I'm afraid that is all that I can share about the bracer in question. I can only guess what you would want with him. But regardless, I wish you all luck in your endeavors. Well, thanks for your time and for the hot tip too. Okay, folks, let's see if anyone else caught wind of our sneak. As you wish. Alright, so... where exactly is this sending us? Because I'm expecting it to be... topic. So there's nothing going on in the cultural district, so... huh. I expected it to be like, yeah, a topic. Alright, we'll speak to him again then. Had the pleasure of playing against none other than Mr. Gotti himself a little while ago. I have to say, I find his views on entertainment and how to stimulate audiences to be really fascinating. I completely agree with him that nothing spices up a scene like a big surprise. All the more reason to get excited for whatever that man has in store for his Carnel Cavalcade, if you ask me. When you work as a dealer, you learn nothing gets a player worked up like a little zestiness they can't even see coming. There's no greater honor in this line of work than being able to deliver a good surprise your players will never forget.
Very well.
Very well. Let's actually look at what to do. So... yes, the lounging outside I need to see about, isn't it? Unless that, green triangle in this area is that.
This area has a casino and nightclub. I assume you wish to visit them. For intel gathering, of course.
Please tell me that's not why we're here.
Of course not. You think I'd let minors into a club? Have a little faith in me.
You make it hard to sometimes.
Hey man, nothing wrong with a little pleasure before business.
Oh dear, oh dear. Well, you haven't got topic yet, so maybe we just have to talk to Nate. Inspector, what do you mean I have to get ready? You're coming out to Tharbad tomorrow, but why? I mean, yes, I get it's through an investigation, but why do I have to get involved when I'm supposed to be taking time off? I understand, sir, but if you insist. I'm going to receive additional time off later to make up for this, right? Hey, Nate, honey, you're not doing what I think you're doing, are you? Sorry, babe, duty calls. I've got work to do. So much for being serious, I get... wait, is he telling the truth? You're kidding me. That's not supposed to happen on a vacation. Right, now we can do the topic.
Alrighty.
There we go. I just thought it was just another quest, but no.
Can we talk?
Huh? You say you're looking for a green-haired bracer? Yeah, we saw a guy like that. He came up and talked to us earlier today, as a matter of fact. Yeah, no kidding. I was just trying my luck in asking, didn't expect you all to have actually seen the guy. Yeah, well, congrats. And now will you guys scram? We're in the middle of a date. Oh, come on. What's a little favor between friends, huh? Just tell us what you know about that nerd, and we'll get right out of your hair. Believe me, last thing any of us want is to interrupt your little tryst. Right as it was getting good. Ugh, you punks have a way of pushing my buttons. Fine, let's talk. Long story short, we were talking to your green-haired bracer just a bit ago. He asked us if we were having trouble with anything and offered to help. Just out of the blue like that. Interesting. And then what? Nothing really. He cut things short and then took off for somewhere. Looking back on it, it wasn't really, I don't know, bracer-like of him to do. Babe, don't you remember? He ran away after you said there was nothing to worry about because you're a cop. Maybe it was just me, but felt like he got really tense as soon as you mentioned that. Oh yeah, I guess he did. Didn't he, huh? The rest of this story is completely unremarkable. However, the fact that he was so concerned about police attention certainly stands out. Yes, it does. Feels like we're starting to close in on the guy. Thanks for filling us in. Sorry to eat up so much of your time. Go on and enjoy the rest of your sprigganless date. It was sprigganless until you idiots showed up. I don't know what you all are investigating this time, but you better not cause trouble for the police, got it? Alright, calm down, calm down. Alright, I think we've talked to enough folks that we can paint a decent picture of what's going on. Let's find someplace quiet to talk and see what we've come up with. In that case, might I suggest the area over there? Now that we're all settled, let's go over what we know. First, this green-haired bracer's shown some weird behavior for a guy in his line of work. He's overly leery of cop attention, even for a bracer, and we're sizing up customers at the casino. Which is to say, that's no bracer's act. He's rolling like a petty thief. Which would make sense if his bracer appearance is simply a disguise. This is starting to sound a lot like that man impersonating a policeman earlier today. Yes, it is. Yep, and just like then, going around impersonating a bracer is not the kind of heat most are gonna want to risk getting nicked for. No, this smells like a case of greed getting the better of a guy while he's working towards something else. Whatever it all is, our main problem right now is that all the eyewitness reports we have come from stuff that just took place. For a guy who seems to be wandering around looking for suckers to rob, he doesn't exactly have a whole lot to show for it. Which could mean that since he already successfully robbed someone after getting in the car, he could be thinking of trying that again. Exactly. That's my hunch. Is there any way we can put a stop to him before he targets anyone else? Bait. Actually, I may have a suggestion toward that end. If we assume that the perpetrator is going to target the driver of a car with a flat tire, as he did before. Oh no, his poor baby. Why don't I conduct a wide area search for potential car targets among the ones driving into Tharbad this evening? Oh, I thought we were going to let the tire down on the van. Or the truck, whatever he calls it, his car, van's car. Oh, damn, you can do that? That'd save us a lot of trouble. Indeed, I can. It's a form of shard-based information analysis. Well then, I shall initiate the search, starting now. Search complete. Oh, what do we have here? As it happens, there appears to be a car stranded near the entrance to the city. Bingo, if this guy's gonna strike again, odds are good that's our mark. Yeah, let's keep an eye on that car signal while we stake out this so-called bracer, see if he finally shows himself. With how close that car is, it shouldn't only take a few minutes to pull it into town. We'll go to the parking lot and wait there. Sounds good to me. To the parking lot! Can actually get there quicker. I'm going from here. And the entrance is close by. Ding, ding, ding. Right, anybody with green hair? You have brown hair, sir. And you are actually a bracer. Well, certainly helps. Several minutes after commencing the stakeout in the parking lot. Aha! Man, I don't know how we would have made it here if it weren't for you. Seriously, thank you so much. Oh, no problem. I'm just happy I could help at all, really. I only did a quick fix, though. You really should take old Reliable here into a mechanic later and have it looked at by a professional. Will do. Thanks again for everything, but isn't there something we can do to repay you? Feel bad not doing more. Don't worry, all in a day's work for a bracer. Your thanks is its own reward. Oh, is it, huh? Sure helps when you can nick a reward of your choice to boot. Oh, what the? Get surrounded. Gotcha, pal. You're not going anywhere. What do you think you're doing? Sorry to scare you, folks. We're with Arkwright Solutions. We've been on the trail of this guy for reasons that'll become clear in a moment. What? Why, he's a bracer. What could he have possibly done wrong? Get your hands out of there. That's... And there it is, a wallet. Does this happen to belong to you guys? My wallet? Freddy handed the wallet to the tourists. What the? Yeah, that's mine. I had it stashed inside my bag on the back seat. Are you telling me this bracer stole it? That's exactly it. And that's just the start. Just so you all don't get the wrong idea about braces, you should know this guy's a fraud. This may sound like a strange question to ask, but did you two get a flat tire on your way to town tonight? Yeah, we did actually. Figured it was because it was such a long drive. Luckily, this bracer happened to come across us and offered to help. That's how we got here. So that's the problem. It is very likely he is the one who punctured your tire in the first place. He seems to have this method where he bursts a tire and then pretends to be passing by before offering to repair it. He then hitches a ride back to town and steals whatever he finds in the back seat. Isn't that right? If I got some part of it wrong, now's the time to correct me. Yeah. By adios. So he was pretending to be a bracer all along just so he could rob me? I didn't sense anything wrong at all. If you guys hadn't shown up when you did, we'd have been completely clueless. And whose fault is that, huh? That's what you get for trusting someone who just because they say they're a bracer, you morons. So what if I maybe took things too far this time because they were so easy to sucker? Who cares? Go ahead and turn me in. At the end of the day, our objective is still within reach. So there is more going on. What are you planning? Who can say? Once we get our hands on that, they'll be able to post bail for me, no problem. It'll be a drop in the bucket. Take me to the Bracewell police or whoever you want. See what I care. Oh, looks like we got a sassy one on our hands. I think this guy needs to be taught a lesson he won't forget. Do your worst, dirtbag. I dare you. I wouldn't dare him. Put it in pocket. There's no need for us to rake him over the coals, personally. We'll turn him into the guild and then he'll be their problem. That way, they'll owe us a favor for saving their reputation. In that case, I shall contact the Bracer Guild so arrangements can be made. Although before I do so, I must say, Mr. Arkwright, this has been a rather impressive exercise. It's been a true honor and a pleasure to finally see for myself how such a renowned spriggan goes about his business. I don't need to be buttered up. Thanks, but just ring him up already so we can get on with the rest of our night. As you wish. Upon receiving Rosette's call, a Bracer team rushed to the scene, taking the emerald-haired imposter into custody themselves. As for the tourists, they were subsequently brought to both the guild house and police to testify about what took place. Similarly, Van and the others also visited the Bracer Guild to offer their own report on the matter. I can't believe the bracer we were looking for turned out to be a fake. I'm glad you all found him as quickly as you did. He could have caused real problems for us if he'd stayed on the loose for too long. On behalf of the guild, you have our sincere thanks for stopping him. We really appreciate it. Nah, don't mention it. Our curiosity got the better of us, that's all. Though some might say that you guys owe us one regardless. Some might, Oh, no question. We're more than willing to compensate you for everything you've done, including paying you for your time. I'm just surprised that Bracer turned out to be who he was. Yeah, another one of those thieving brothers who are wanted back in Edith. That's crazy. Just like that fake cop we managed to bust yesterday. At the rate we're going, we'll probably meet their whole damn family tree soon. Yeah, probably. There's something coming. We can't say for certain, but it sure seems like there's a good chance these brothers could strike again somewhere. We should keep our guard up in case anything else happens. Agreed. The film festival probably needs heightened security in light of all this. Anyway, thanks again for taking care of all that, everyone. If anything else comes up tomorrow, we'd appreciate your help then too.
All in a day's work.
A bogus bracer is done. Ooh, bit of chaos there. Okay. Very well. Lovely. Right, so I'm assuming then that will be a good place for us to end this part. Yes, because we've essentially done everything that started here in the cultural district. So in the next part, we'll go see what's going on over in the entertainment district. We shall see you there in the next part. Ta-da for now.